But would you look at it? Look at it. Wow. What's up guys? Welcome back. I told you I had a surprise for you on the next video. And here it is. So you might have noticed that I sold my old turbo setup not too long ago. Well, here's the new guy. It's a 7275 ball bearing with the .96 AR housing in it. Stainless steel, so it won't corrode and look all disgusting. And also, what I got here is pretty much a kit to make a manifold, a Sidewinder, because this turbo is going to be mounted right on here. And before I keep going, I want to give a huge thanks to DTP Fab, because he pretty much helped me out with all this. Without him, I wouldn't even be in this situation right now. So he gave me, not only he gave me all the information, he was willing to help me with his jig, his own jig that he used to make Sidewinders. So can't thank him enough. He's a real man. I'm gonna leave the his Instagram somewhere here on the screen. So make sure to go follow him and show him some love. But anyway, here I got his, see right there, DTP Fab flange, the manifold flange. This is his design. I got it from him. Also, the heat sink right here is from him as well. And then he gave me pretty much all the information I needed. How many 90s, 45s. This collector is also from him. He gave it to me. And the straight sections. Now I ordered an extra one of each, just in case. This is my first time doing a manifold, so there's bound to be errors. So I bought a few of those. But yeah, man, he can't thank this dude enough. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot. We're gonna make our own Sidewinder manifold with our turbo. So the first thing that I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna locate it somewhere here. I already started messing around with it. You can see an aluminum bracket right there, but I gotta finalize that location because it took me like 3 hours just to see where it would look good. Because another issue that I'm having is the discharge on this guy. It's big. It's not 3-inch. It's either 3.5 or 4. So the idea of running the exhaust out of the fender here might be canceled, unfortunately. I might have to put a hole in my hood and come straight up, but we'll see. The day is still young, so I'm gonna start messing around with the location here and get back to you. All right, so here's the mounting location I chose for it. It's being held by this aluminum bracket I made down there. So a few reasons for it is that I got enough room for a downpipe to come out of here. It's probably gonna have to go through the hood because of the size. I don't think I can run it all the way over there. And then here there is no interference from here to the manifold. And the hot side of the intercooler can just come straight down here. It's not gonna hit the shifter. It's not gonna hit the frame, and then it can go to the intercooler. And then from here, I think I got enough room to have some sort of an intake coming out of it. And also it's high enough where I can still run the oil drain, and it will have it will have a slope towards the drain. So that should do it. It's not crazy high. It's kind of like all cover level. The hood's still gonna close. So I think that's where I'm gonna do it. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is this mesh collector. I'm gonna go ahead and tack all the pieces in place. Just stack them for now. And and we go from there. So I'm gonna wipe it down with acetone and start tacking. Alright, so that's the merge collector all tacked up. So now I just gotta wait more parts to get here so I can start fabricating. Alright guys, so here's how I do my runners. I made two previously just to get the hang of it, make sure I knew what I was doing, which I kind of don't know what I'm doing, but I guess that's how it goes. But yeah, I mean, this is the third runner. It's all maxed. After I do the tape, then I cut it, make a little line like that, and then tack it. Right, so I'm gonna tack it in place and then do the last one. Alright, so this is what it's looking like. Everything is stacked up. So yeah, pretty funky looking. I'm gonna go ahead now and take it off the heatsink here, that flange, and try it on. See what it looks like. Alright, so that is what it's looking like so far. So I'm missing this right here, this port, and that's because that size of piping is it's a little hard to come by. It's a 2.5, a schedule 10 pipe, so Yeah, not everybody has that. I ordered already from 2 different places and they were both sold out of stock, so I had to wait for that. And now with the holidays and New Year's, everything is taking a little extra long, so I'm kind of stuck until that comes in. But yeah, it's well on his way to be complete manifold. So I wanted to go ahead and start welding these up, but I don't know, I think I should wait for that piece just in case I have to break some of these stacks off and redo it. Yeah man, it's clearing everything. It's not hitting the alternator, anything. It's not touching the transmission down there. Pretty sweet. Alright, so what I did there is I put a few runs on this manifold, so that now that I take it off from these stacks here to weld each individual runner, so it doesn't move around. So that's the idea. Hopefully that works, because stacks alone, I know it's gonna start bending. So I put 2 long on each joint. See, one there, come on, and one there. So each one of those has 2 on it. Hopefully that keeps it from moving around. So next up, I'm gonna break it off of here, the collector and the flange. Weld them up completely, weld this thing completely, and then put everything back together and do the final welds on the flange. Alright, so here I got all the parts completely welded and cleaned up. They're not the prettiest with welds, but they will do. They got good penetrations. I just gotta go over some of these welds. Where, let me see if I can find a spot. There you go. See that hole right there? I missed that, so I'm gonna have to go back and hit that. Alright, so I got all this welded up. As you just saw, everything is ready to go. So what I got next is I gotta build the part that comes out of here, which this is the guide. This took a long time to get here. So this is one of the reasons why this video is taking longer than expected. But so what I'm gonna do now is, this is already cut to fit this size, as you can see. So I'm gonna bevel the edge on here install it back on the car and then start working on that piece, because it's got to make like a funky S shape to join to the turbo. So I'm gonna do that next. Alright, and here's the weird S curve that it needs to do. It kind of needs to come out of there, kicking this way, and then another one joining the turbo flange here. So, see how that goes. Alright, so this is what I came up with. You saw me marked it. So I just went ahead and beveled the edges on these pieces. And this is where I want to have it. Now the turbo needs to come up a little higher, but I got a lot of room above. And I think if I put it a little bit higher, it's gonna help with the drain line. So it's not that much that needs to come up. So I think I'm going to, also if I rotate it, it changes the angle of this. Like I can push it even more if I rotate it this way. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack it to the V-band on the turbo, and that way I'm gonna have a better idea of where I want to put it. Alright, so the turbo is officially mounted on the manifold. That's a good look, I like that. So what I'm gonna do next here is I'm gonna add the wastegate pipe that comes out of here. Right there, I'm gonna have to make it as make it flow as good as possible. So I'll probably use a 90. Probably use this guy. Something like that. To get the best flow out of the manifold. But yeah, I mean, this looks really, really good. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. So on the next episode, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the, let me get this right here. We're gonna do the down pipe, but it's actually gonna go up. So is it an up pipe? I don't know. We're gonna do the dump, right? That goes through the hood. Same thing with the wastegate. So that is coming up on the next video, and see what else. Well, depending on how long that takes me, that will be it. If not, we'll go ahead and start working on the intercooler and what we're gonna do up here for this guy. So again, that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.